took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system. They always use our words to create more racism. I'm so desperate for more accountability. So, Acho, what's your reaction to LeBron deleting his tweet on the police shooting?
We call spades on this show, man.
Yes.
We don't sugarcoat. We keep it a buck with y'all, keep it a buck with ourselves. LeBron was wrong. Simple. What's your reaction? He's wrong. Okay, great. Now, let's talk about the ramifications, right? I think that we all kind of think that Twitter sometimes is like a group text, like a private group text, or we think it's like we just in our living room having a conversation. And for so many people, it is. You only got 9, 10 followers. Ain't nobody really worried about what you're saying. But when you're LeBron James and you have 50 million followers, you're the 25th most followed account on that platform, that comes with a little bit more responsibility. You don't have the luxury of being wrong. You don't have the luxury of tweeting emotionally. You don't have the luxury of tweeting before you watch. You just don't have luxuries, LeBron James, that other people have. I can kind of be wrong. People still gonna come in my head. A person with a less of a following, they can surely be wrong and they gonna be all right. But LeBron, unfortunately for you, you don't have that luxury. We all know the quote, with great power comes great responsibility. It's the same thing with LeBron James on Twitter. He was wrong. There's really no way to sugarcoat that. And I think very simply, man, it's a matter of, we're very emotional right now as a society, and rightfully so. If you're not emotional, check your emotions, because if you can watch people be shot and not have some sort of visceral reaction, that's probably not healthy. This is not Call of Duty. This is not a video game. This is real life. You should not normalize the death of anyone, and you especially should not normalize the death of young children and young teenagers, regardless of the color of their skin. So you should be emotional right now if you are taking in what is going on in our country. However, you can't jump to Twitter with your emotions, because you can't afford to be wrong, particularly if you're LeBron James.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, in the beginning, he was wrong, dead wrong in terms of coming out here and saying what he said. Let's start here. I want to actually pray that his profoundness matches the power of his platform. I say it again. His profoundness will one day match the power of his platform. You basically said that, like, dog, you can't do this. You can't be that irresponsible if you're LeBron James, because you have that much power. And we all know when you get that type of power, the responsibility comes with it. The accountability that was deleted in that tweet is ironic. Like, to put up #accountability, which is something that we all need right now in this moment. Accountability on all sides with all people, whether you're talking about the police officers, whether you're talking about the individuals in this situation, or even the victim in this situation. We're going to have to start umbrellaing every situation with accountability, not just rooting interests. And that's what's interesting about this. LeBron James, in terms of what he does for his day job, being a basketball player, second best at worst ever, maybe the GOAT. It's amazing there's one glaring critique on his resume, that he defers in critical times. Damn, I wish that was true in this moment. When it's a real issue, not just basketball wins and losses and points scored. When it's real life issues, where's the deferring? Where's the difference? In that moment, LeBron, until all the facts come out, till you watch the video, till you come out and see what's right from wrong in this situation, he should have passed in this moment. You know, people always say, and I'm not agreeing with that, shut up and dribble. Nah, just shh and pass. Wait for it to come, and then you'll be able to see things clearer. But this is what happens when you want to be first, not right. And he has that platform, he has that power, he has those followers, and he knows that those people are listening for every single word that he's going to profess. So it's crazy. You said check your emotions if you're not emotional. I'm gonna check them. Because emotions can't trump logic. And that's what's happening. Your agenda can't go before your acumen. You can't pander before your principles. And right now, even if you get all the likes and all the retweets, you know what I say about social media. Man, I am tired of people always going out there for likes and followers. Where's the love in the leaders? And LeBron James, in so many respects, God, you're well-intended. In so many respects, God, you do the greatest in what you touch and in endeavors, opening in schools, et cetera. We know his charitable contributions, how big his heart is. But you can't forget up here, because the statement goes like this. I don't care how smart you are if you don't stop and think. LeBron James, he failed in that moment because LeBron James, I would say, is smart. I mean, you can say what you want about his educational background and
genius.
The
genius, like business-wise.
Yeah, business-wise. Yeah. Certain lanes, LeBron James is smart. Don't give a damn how smart you are if you don't stop and think. This is a moment that he regrets, and I think that his ego, I think that LeBron James was selfless enough to say, oh, this is hurting more than it's helping in this situation, so let me retract.
Yeah, like you and I are on the same page. We both started both of our statements with LeBron was wrong. I'm not one of them dudes that just mindlessly gets up here and tries to defend ignorance. He was wrong. Now, what I'm not going to let other people do, at least not without me combating it, is I'm not going to let one LeBron James wrong undermine a whole bunch of good. Because that's what so many people try to do.
Let's go.
And that's why I'm like, LeBron, if you give them a reason to discredit you, they will do it. That people waiting, LeBron, just waiting for one ill-advised tweet, waiting for you to just make one mistake so they can say, see, I told you, LeBron's an idiot. See, I told you he shouldn't be speaking on these matters. So, to use a hyperbolic, less serious example, it's kind of like you can't hit a home run unless you take a swing. And in so many instances, LeBron James has hit home runs. I promise, school. LeBron James has hit home runs more than a vote. We saw a greater voter turnout amongst so many different demographics this year than we ever have, in large part, I would say, to LeBron James's campaign and what the athletes and so many notable figures in our society started to raise and implement. LeBron James has hit so many home runs. He struck out here. He struck out here. And you can't afford to strike out if you're LeBron James. However, you have to be cognizant. I'm cognizant of the fact that it will happen. But if we gonna call a spade, like, LeBron, you gotta understand the implications of this mistake.
Yes.
Just like cops have to understand the implications of mistaking a taser for a gun, which is lethal, which we just saw take a life. LeBron, you got to understand, big dog, like, hey, people are emotional right now. And people are looking at your words and just waiting for somebody to hype them up to further their emotional state. So when you tweet this picture of a cop who was, by all accounts, protecting and serving.
Yes.
Now, him both protecting and serving did unfortunately cost Ma'Khia Bryant her life. But the cop was, in that instance, protecting and serving. Like, LeBron, if you are going to put this man's face out here and say you're next or whatever the implication was, you're next is obviously saying what we just saw with the Derek Chauvin trial of like, hey, big dog, Bron, you got to be cognizant of what you are also inciting. And you may just be inciting people's emotions to continue to lead them down a potentially wrong track. All I'm going to say is this. Whether y'all think LeBron is right or wrong, at least do the research for yourself so you can cast your own opinion.
Facts.
And the problem is, too many people, they just start, oh, what LeBron say? Oh, he said he next? Yeah, I'm going to retweet that one because he next. Can y'all at least do your own research? I'm going to tell myself, then I'm going to shut up.
Oh, here we go.
I was watching, as soon as the trial ended, I was watching the Ma'Khia Bryant videos, and I started to get emotional, like, man, another hashtag, another life lost. And I was ready to fire off a tweet, fire off an Instagram post, make my own video. Then I said, let's kick back. Let's get some more information out here. Then I watched another video, Stella. It was another woman who created a video. How could you take this young girl's life? Now I'm getting even more emotional. I'm ready to tweet. I was like, let's wait for some more information. Then I see the body cam video. And I was like, wait a second now. Wait a second, y'all. Like, come on now. Like, what did you want this officer to do in this instance? He's seeing a life about to be taken, and he's there protecting and serving. I don't know what you wanted him to do in this instance. So I said, I'm going to kick back. I'm going to chill. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to wait to digest some more information before I go out there, knowing that so many people look at my words, and I'm not near LeBron James.
Right.
I'm going to chill, digest some information before I say anything.
And that's the pace in which you have to digest all these things, because so much information is out there and so many of those who are giving you that information have their own agendas and giving you just that slice of information. Remember, there are three sides to every story: your side, their side, and the truth that meets somewhere in the middle. And I get the pull. I get why LeBron James wants to be first, and right, of course, but first. Because when you ignore ignorance, you're just as ignorant. And he doesn't want to ignore bad situations. But it takes me back to who he's compared to, and Michael Jordan, when there was a lot of sentiments about him saying, basically, he'd rather be criticized for what he doesn't say than for what he does say, because he took a different pace to these situations. And I'm not glorifying his pace as well. But in this moment, come on, who in the hell is looking at this situation any different? The cop has an impossible choice, which is to save a life